Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Roto Revolution Thursday Night Football Halftime Show. We're here live for the next little bit, at least through halftime, maybe a little longer. We'll see how many people tune in to answer start-sit questions, to talk with you about some Week 4 football. As always, Kyle Richardson, Senior Fantasy Analyst at RotoBaller.com, and the man with a plan, Jake Hubman. Jake, what's going on tonight?
I'm just, sitting at home enjoying watching some football, watching Jared Goff and Cooper Kupp go absolutely crazy. And then Aldrick Robinson. I mean, what? Aldrick Robinson? Okay. I mean, I can guarantee you that helps absolutely no one in the fantasy community, but I mean, we'll take it.
Nobody. Maybe a DFS player out there decided, what the heck? But even then, I doubt that. But seeing those passes go to Robinson instead of Goff or Thielen, who I listed as must sits, it's going to be a crazy second half though, because this game is going to go quickly. There's going to be a lot of points in the second half and a lot more going on there. So it looks like we've already got people showing up. We've got hopefully some questions. A few guys. Alex, Goff got him 60 points already.
What kind of scoring do you
That
have?
is some crazy scoring. Alex, what are you doing over there with your team? But yeah, we're going to be answering a lot of questions tonight. That's really what this is going to be about. We don't have a game plan for this. We just wanted to go live and answer some questions. If you're tuning in, hopefully you have enough questions for us. It's going to be a fun night. So as soon as those questions start rolling in, we'll start getting a few. Going to have everyone jump in here real quick and get some more viewers. If you're watching right now, make sure you head over to rotoballer.com for all of your fantasy football needs. We have our start-sit tool over there if you need that here through the next couple of days. Again, the live Sunday show, RotoBaller Game Day on Sundays from 12 to 1. Always tune in for that. And then download the RotoBaller Fantasy Football app as well. Let's see here. Sean, thank you guys for going live. No problem, Sean. Our pleasure. Think Woods will do anything in the second half? I don't know. What do you think, Jake?
I didn't think Aldrick Robinson was going to do anything in the first half. So there's totally that potential there for Robert Woods in the second half, as long as the score stays close. We don't really want it to get out of hand, because if it gets out of hand, it's a lot more Gurley, a lot less Woods.
Oh, yeah. So Zach Bell, should I start O.J. Howard, George Kittle, or David Njoku? Ooh, man, that George Kittle start, that's kind of a sneaky play, a sneakily, as we like to say on this show.
Good?
A sneakily good play this week because Kittle and Bethard have a connection back to Iowa, so I don't see him really using his wide receivers a whole lot this week, but I could see Kittle getting a lot this week, so I would probably go Kittle. What do you think, Jake?
Kittle is probably the safest play, but I am all aboard the hype train that is Baker Mayfield. And I can see David Njoku's value getting a slight bump. And at some point, it's going to happen. Whether it's this week or not, it's kind of iffy. It's more of a gamble. But if you're a gambling type of guy, if you like to go out there and just kind of, have some fun with it, I like David Njoku also this week.
Yeah, rankings-wise, O.J. Howard is 9, George Kittle is 10, David Njoku is 11. So, and that's standard rankings. So Njoku for one, Kittle for the other. I'm going Kittle. Let's see here real quick. Let's get a couple of more questions here. Ridley versus Fuller. Who do you like? Man, I haven't been a big Will Fuller fan, but it's hard to just argue with those numbers. He continues to just have that connection with Deshaun Watson. I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying that Will Fuller is the real wide receiver one in Houston. I don't know how we feel about that.
Down.
Yeah, but I'm going Fuller over Ridley this week.
Yes, it's not as far away as it was a couple weeks ago, though. I'll tell you that. But yeah, Fuller's still slightly ahead. That chemistry with Watson is apparent, and I think part of the reason that Will Fuller has the games that he has is because the defense is so focused on DeAndre Hopkins. It's not that Fuller is better than Hopkins. Hopkins is constantly dealing with two people, a safety over the top, whatever it is. They're trying to take DeAndre Hopkins away, and Will Fuller is just benefiting from a lot of single coverage.
Yeah. Jeff Thomas asks, Mike Williams or Kerryon Johnson in the flex? Ooh, I listed Kerryon Johnson as a must start this week, so I think I'm going Kerryon Johnson there.
Yep. Last week was the breakout. Keep him going.
Let me see here. I'm getting used to. So I'm running things on the back end today. Normally Jake runs them. I am running them in preparation of not having Jake for the live show this weekend. He has a previous engagement that he's going to be taking care of. So I'm going to be running things. So just bear with me as I try to keep up with these comments and look through everything here. I've got Lockett, Baldwin, or Stills. If Baldwin is, I have to go Stills overall. But I'm not going to start Baldwin this week, probably. After maybe a week or two, then I would go Baldwin over Stills, but this week Stills.
Yeah, Stills for me also. Give Baldwin a week. We don't even know if he's going to play, and if he does play, how limited will he be?
Michael Hansen wants to know. Nope, sorry, wrong person. Anthony Green wants to know: are we going Beast Mode or Chris Carson?
I'm going with Beast Mode. I mean, Chris Carson's still dealing with a hip injury. Exactly how that's going to affect him here this week. I mean, he had a huge workload last week, but give me Lynch this week. Like Lynch a lot more.
Yeah. Is Allen Robinson a must start? I listed him as a must start for this week. Yes, I had him on our wide receiver must start video. I did.
A start, yes. A must start, in my opinion.
Michael is really upset that he's going to be missing the helmet on Sunday.
Okay, Michael, here's the deal. I can't be on video, okay? I'm not going to be here, but I'm going to be in the chat right there. If you think I'm letting Kyle get off easy without some difficult questions and stuff, I'm going to be in the chat with you guys. If I could send a picture, I would. Maybe I'll have the helmet on where I'm at. I don't know. Possible.
Russ wants to know Corey Davis or Sterling Shepard. We both agreed Sterling Shepard is going to get a lot of work this week.
The week of Sterling is here.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Definitely for sure. Is Sonny Michel a must start from Sean? I don't know if he's a must start. I think it depends on who else you have at running back, but he's pretty close to a start for me. Again, depending on who else you have at running back, but Rex Burkhead is out. James White is still going to get a lot of work, but Sonny Michel got all the work last week, and I think he's going to get a lot of work this week too.
Love it now that Rex is out and he's not a part of that backfield. Then yes, I am all over Sonny Michel. I can see him being somebody here the remainder of the season that can really produce solid weekly flex, if not RB2 upside.
All right, we got a couple trade questions here real quick. So Chris Adam wants to know trade Wentz. He also has Rivers, Cobb, Kittle, and Reed for Adams and Gronk.
Cobb, Kittle, and Reed for Adams and Gronk. I do that
Wentz.
100 out of 100. Oh, Wentz.
Wentz, Cobb, Kittle, and Reed for Adams and Gronk.
Still, I do that. I can stream a quarterback. Give me Adams and Gronk.
Okay, Adams and Gronk. He also said, what about if he also adds Allen Robinson? Well, then, yeah, that's a heck yeah. It's a standard league too, and it doesn't appear to be like a super flex or anything. So if it's a 1 QB league, yeah, hit accept right away.
Yep, agreed.
All right, next trade question. Should I trade A.J. Green, Alex Collins, Matt Breida for David Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins, and Kerryon Johnson? Yes.
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 First,
right
when you
away.
said David Johnson, I was like, no. And then you added in DeAndre Hopkins and Kerryon Johnson, and then turned to a yes.
Yeah, Trey, do it right away, right now. Stop watching us. Normally we don't tell you that, but right now we're going to tell you, stop
Leave
watching.
it on. Just minimize the screen, and then go do it, but leave it on.
Christopher Slane wants to know Jay Ajayi if he's cleared to play or David Johnson. I'm going David Johnson, either or.
Is there an option 3? Because I'm really not too high on either one of them. If I had to choose, it would be David Johnson.
James Conner or David Johnson?
I'm going James Conner.
That one's a little bit tougher for me. James Conner versus Baltimore. David Johnson, he's got Seattle. I think the safest play is Connor. I keep looking at that David Johnson upside, though. It's there, and any given week it could just explode and he could be back to himself. But
and on any given week, Mike McCoy can continue to shelter him and irritate all of us fantasy owners.
Yeah. Do I start Fitzmagic or Russell Wilson this week?
Can we talk about Fitzmagic for just 1 second?
Let's do it. Let's talk about
Why
it.
is he not named the starter yet?
I don't know. But it's
That
Chicago.
makes no sense.
Chicago, that defense, man.
I mean, but even they could at least name him the starter. The fact that they haven't even done it yet. I mean, Jameis Winston, I'm rolling with the bearded one. You know what? And it's not pretty for real life football, but fantasy wise, which is all we really care about, he's putting up fantasy numbers.
Yeah, this week I could either take Russell Wilson at Arizona or I could take Ryan Fitzpatrick at Chicago. I've got Wilson about 5 spots ahead of Fitzpatrick. I'm going Wilson this week.
I have a question here. I see a comment from a Sean Auguste, and he says, we might be better than the footballers and fantasy pros.
Ooh.
What about this whole might thing? Can we address the you said might be? Come on, Sean. Give us some more credit.
Dude, Sean, I appreciate it, man. Jake's going to rag on you a little bit.
I'm going to rag because I am proud. Okay.
Super proud. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Trust me, we're here doing this for all of you out there watching. So thank you very much. We appreciate the compliment. It means a lot.
I mean, and I'm going to be totally honest here. Full transparency to however many people are here. They're not going to care about this, but I'm going to tell them anyway, Kyle. Literally, before we got on this live stream, I was relaxing on my couch. I think I had shorts on. That was about it. But you know what? Here we are now. I actually threw some clothes on, and here we are with the people, just because we want to give the people what they want.
All right, well, let's grab give the people what they want.
Kyle's just glazing right over the fact that I just mentioned that.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying my best right now, but I've got so much going on. This is the first time I've worked things behind the scenes myself, so just trying to stay up to date. Don't want to let too many questions get out there. Andrew, thank you as well. Chris Adam wants to know if he trades Gurley for Callaway. Chris, I see you, man. I appreciate that you recognize my love for Callaway, but no. John Brown or Calvin Ridley as wide receiver 2. John Brown, we both agreed, must start this week, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Let's go. Marquise Goodwin or Enunwa. Carl Rogers wants to know.
Neither. I'd rather take an empty 0 for the spot. I mean, I'm going to take Marquise Goodwin, but I'm not happy about it.
See, I'm going to go Quincy Enunwa just because I don't like the quarterback situation now. I'm really worried, and you know how much I loved Goodwin coming into the season, so it breaks my heart literally to say that. But I think I would have to go the other direction this week. I put Enunwa in. Ross wants to know Galladay or Kenyon Drake as flex. Galladay all the way.
Yeah. At this point, I don't even know if I'm excited to even roster Kenyon Drake.
Logan wants to know, will Doug Baldwin be a top 10 when he's healthy? I think top 10's pushing it. I think he's going to be a wide receiver 2, but I don't think he's going to get up into that wide receiver 1 mark.
He won't be for the first few weeks. But second half of the season, I can see him getting so many targets that as long as he can stay healthy, he could be fringe wide receiver 1 second half of the season.
Let's see here real quick. Mike wants to know, this is for you, Jake, drop Amari Cooper for Callaway.
I would drop Amari Cooper for 6 quarters, a pack of purple now and laters, and 3 old rubber bands. No interest.
Oh, man, for no. And I talked with Real Talk Raph and Josh Hayes on RotoBaller Radio over on Sirius XM on Wednesday morning about this. And Amari Cooper has a really easy schedule coming up for wide receivers. He's got the Chargers at least twice in the next 4 weeks, I believe, or next 5 weeks. They're giving up the 3rd most wide receiver fantasy points right now. Other guys are other easy games coming up as well. I am not moving on from Amari Cooper. In fact, I'm doubling down. I think he has a bad game this week, and then you go out and you get him cheap. Thank you, Jake.
Wow.
Should I trade David Johnson for Mike Evans? Yes, I would take Mike Evans in PPR. Of course, that's from Jimenez. Let's see. Nicholas says the second half is starting. We're going to keep going.
Who wants us to stay? If you want us to stay, put some hands up in the chat.
Put some hands up. Like the video. We also need some likes here as well.
Yeah, I don't know if we have any likes. I mean, I'm kind of trying to read the chat on my phone, but then I can't see the game either, so I can't multitask that much. So I'll stay here and see if I can see some hands raising.
Jake, I have the chat over your face right now, and I just brought it up on my other computer, and you were shaking your head violently. I feel like it was when I said that I'm doubling down.
I'm sure it probably was.
Oh, man. Okay, let's look here real quick. Here comes some hands. Allen Robinson or John Brown for a flex, 1 point PPR. John Brown. John Brown for me.
I think so, too. I think for the PPR league, I think the John Brown sees a lot of targets this week.
Absolutely. Mayfield or Dalton this week. The excitement is there with Mayfield, and man, would I love to have him in my lineup this week, but I'm going with Dalton.
Here's how I'll say it. Dalton is the smarter choice. My head is telling me to tell you Dalton because of that matchup. There's nobody playing defense for the Atlanta Falcons. I think they may only field 7 guys this week. That's how bad it is for Atlanta. But I really like Baker Mayfield, and I'm actually looking forward to it. And when's the last time you could say you were looking forward to Cleveland Brown football on a Sunday?
It's been a while. I feel like the last 2 weeks or last 3 weeks, people have been, well, two because they played on Thursday night. The last
Not
couple of
like
weeks,
this,
people
though.
have been excited for it. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be electric this week. I do think so. 5438 Joe wants Mike Williams, Breida, or Christian Kirk in the flex. I'm going Breida. Last year, when Carlos Hyde was the running back in San Francisco, he averaged almost 5 more targets a game with Beathard as his quarterback. So I definitely think that he's going to have a big week.
Yep, and especially since he was cleared for a full practice today, so it looks like that knee injury is good to go.
Got a trade question here. Trade Mahomes and Tevin Coleman for Juju and Tyler Boyd. I have Breeze with Thomas, and it says Kansas, but I don't know who that is. That's coming in from Fubar Bill Murray. Man, I think that depends. Superflex, 2 QB, 1 QB, and Tevin Coleman for Juju and Tyler Boyd. If you need help at wide receiver and it's one quarterback, depending on who your other quarterback is, probably. Oh, he has Breeze. Yeah, that's probably a trade that I entertain for sure, but I try to get a little bit better piece than Tyler Boyd, even though I like Tyler Boyd.
At this point, and don't take this personally, Kyle, there's only 3 people that I probably wouldn't trade Patrick Mahomes for. It's my 2 kids and my wife. Outside of that, Patrick Mahomes is number 4 on my list.
So noted.
But you're like at 5'6", you know what I mean? So you're up there.
Oh, I appreciate it.
You're definitely a top 10.
RTR12 wants to know PPR, who for my flex, White, Aguilar, or Drake? PPR, I will go with...
Say it.
I want to say White.
Yes, well, you should say White because James White is the right answer.
I do. I want to. You know me. I just like to double check things. I don't like to go crazy. Aguilar at Tennessee this week. Man, I do want to say White, but I just think Sonny Michel. I mean, White's gonna. I feel like White puts together a decent PPR game. When he gets into the end zone, that's really when he becomes valuable. In PPR though, I really want to say Aguilar. White for the floor. White will have the better floor this week.
Everything you just said. I stopped listening when I said I liked White.
Carson, Green, Connor, or Aaron Jones in the flex. Are we talking AJ Green? Because if we are, it's AJ Green.
I don't know any other Green.
Okay.
I know some Green, but he doesn't play football.
PPR too. I mean, if it's standard, I probably go with Connor instead. If it is PPR, then probably I would end up going the other direction and put him in.
If you want us to keep answering questions, you better be hitting that like button. I'm going to refresh it, and if I don't have 100 likes on this video, I will just shut it off completely from my side.
I was going to say, I have to shut it off.
I'll figure out a way.
I'm
refreshing right now. People better click the like button.
I'm really worried here. Not even close.
Really? Come on, people.
There's 108 of you watching, 107 now, 23 likes. You want us to keep going, hit that like button, boost this up, get some more people in this chat.
I'll go back down to the couch and, sit freely, if you know what I mean. If we want some questions answered, I'm going to need some people.
I'm going to need some people. All right, here, let's take a couple more questions. We'll give him a few minutes. Andrew wants to know John Brown or Shepard. I don't think we covered this one. We talked about both of them, but not together. John Brown or Shepard, I'd have to say another tough one for me, man, but I just can't get away from the fact that Shepard could have a ton of volume this week. Scrolling down, John Brown. They're really close. John Brown at 24, Sterling Shepard at 26, Brown at Pittsburgh, Shepard at New Orleans. I honestly don't think you could go wrong either way.
It's a win-win. Personally, if it's me, I'm going Shepard, but literally, it's a toss-up. I like both.
All right, Grant wants to know, he hit the like. Thank you, Grant. Galladay or Ridley? Galladay all day.
Yep, agreed.
Tate or Ridley? If we're talking Golden Tate, then yes, Golden Tate for sure, especially in PPR.
What other Tate would it be?
I don't know. I just want to make sure. Just double-checking myself.
Okay, then. I wanted to make sure I wasn't,
I have a fly in here now, too.
Yeah.
Nick P wants to know CMC for T.Y. Hilton. Sorry, I'm a mess right now. CMC for T.Y. Hilton and Alex Collins. I would much rather have CMC. So if you got the CMC side, Nick, then I think that was a good deal.
Agreed. That's the only side that I would want.
You're welcome, Grant. Godmind NYC said no Silver Tate. AJ Moby wants to know Matt Ryan or Russell Wilson.
Matt Ryan. I will enunciate it one more time. Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. Stills or Cobb? I'm going with Stills.
You know, I was going to say Cobb, but then he popped up on the injury report today, and it kind of scared me away a little bit because if anybody noticed, Aaron Rodgers is practicing this week. He usually wasn't getting in any practice all week long, so he's starting to, bump up a little bit of production here during the week, and that's a good sign that he's hopefully getting healthy.
True Blue says that he needs answers, but True Blue, I don't see any question. Stream offline.
Just give it a second. We'll come back to the people.
We'll come back. There we are. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. A little bit of internet issue there, but we are back now.
What it is Jared Goff's touchdown passes are just knocking out the frequencies everywhere.
That does happen from time to time. We're back, people. Sorry about that. Apologies. Again, working some new stuff this week. Okay. Yeah, you're back. Awesome, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Sorry about that. Start Corey Davis or Quincy Enunwa from Joey. I was going to say Corey Davis really quick, and I stopped myself. That one's going to be a little tougher for me.
Yeah, no. What were the other options again? Corey Davis and who else?
Quincy Enunwa.
Ugh. I got like a bad taste in my mouth after that question. I mean,
Quincy Enunwa at Jacksonville. I don't think you can do that.
I mean, I don't know if you can start Corey Davis either. Please go watch the waiver wire show. Maybe there's somebody. Go get Tyler Boyd. Is Tyler Boyd out there? I'd much rather have him.
You could also read my wide receiver waiver wire article over on RotoBaller.com. I detail 7, 8, 9, 10 players on there that you could potentially pick up. Steven Smith, all caps, exclamation point. What's the word on Keenan Allen? A little bit of a knee issue that I know of, but I haven't heard anything as far as him absolutely being out or playing or anything like that. So I think it might be something that takes us into the game time area. So it's something we'll just have to continue to monitor.
Yeah.
Chandler wants to know, do I trade Connor and Mixon for CMC? Full PPR? I would say yes, even though I like Mixon. What do you think, Jake?
I mean, why does everybody want to get rid of Christian McCaffrey for?
That's true. Well, these aren't people who want to get rid of him. They're people who would be getting him.
Oh, well, as long as you're getting him, then yes. I just don't want anybody to think that they should jump off the bandwagon. I think one of the biggest misconceptions, total side rant here for a second, but just to get off my chest, I have a really hard time sometimes. A lot of people will wait till somebody's value gets really high, and it's not just a fluke, and then they just look to trade them. I mean, we get these players because we want them to produce highly. We don't get them to produce highly and then trade them away all the time. Rant over. Back to the questions.
Rant over. Michael, yo, Kyle and Jake. What's up, Michael? Should I trade DJ for Carlos Hyde? Like, subbed, and notified. Love it, Michael. Appreciate it. I'm not. I'm going to hold on one more week. I like Carlos Hyde. We talked about him in the running back show a little bit. I definitely think he has tons of upside, potential RB1 upside the rest of the season. But that's one of those moves where if you make it and you miss and DJ goes off soon and keeps it up, you will kick yourself the rest of the season for missing on that.
It may be one of those things where depending on what the owner needs, you may be able to talk them into getting a second player. Try to sell them on the fact of what Kyle just said. Hey, listen, this is nowhere near close if DJ regains, the volume he's had here in the past. And if you can get maybe a second player, do a 2-for-1, then it edges a little bit closer for me to say yes.
Yeah. Spence548 wants to know Alex Collins or Sonny Michel at running back, Larry Fitz or Mike Williams at wide receiver, PPR league.
Michel and Williams.
Okay, so
I'm all aboard the Sonny Michel bandwagon.
I do agree on the Mike Williams pick. Sonny Michel, I'm close to agreeing on it. I have him really close. Alex Collins at Pittsburgh, Sonny Michel at Miami. I'm going to lean Sonny Michel this week.
Yes.
Charlie, you said, please answer me. I subbed and I'd like. Charlie, I don't see. Oh, okay. How do you feel about Mike Williams? Charlie, I think he's a decent play during certain weeks, certain matchups. If for some reason Keenan Allen ends up missing time, he gains a ton of value. So that's what we need to be careful of at this point. So do I like him? I like him. I'm not breaking the bank to go pick him up. I don't think he's a plug and play yet, but I think he's definitely a valuable piece the rest of the season.
Yep, agreed.
Levi wants to know Alex Collins, Sonny Michel, or Aaron Jones in standard. If we're moving to standard from PPR, I feel like that shifts to Collins a little bit. What do you think?
Man, what is it with me? I think Sony Michel has turned into my Antonio Callaway.
Ooh, no, I don't think so. I don't think anyone loves a player as much as I love Antonio Callaway.
Probably not. But, I mean, I'm really excited for what could happen with Sony Michel here the next few weeks, especially now that Rex Burkhead is out. And once they can get Josh Gordon acclimated and they bring back Julian Edelman and they can finally give Brady a full, repertoire. That's a big word for the night. I don't know if I should have said that. My brain hurts now. But, if they can give him a full, wide receiver core, he could go out there and be like he's been in the past. And this could be the LeGarrette Blount from a couple years ago.
All right. Godmind, another question here. Cooper, Collins, or Royce? Please, exclamation points, large capital letters. Cooper, Collins, or Royce? I just don't think Cooper has a good week this week. Royce, it depends. If they decide to punish Lindsey and they're going to have him sit or not play as much, then him. But I'm going to give the nod to Collins this week.
Yep, same here. Collins is the pick there. Don't trust Cooper. And I see a lot more Phillip Lindsay than I see Royce Freeman this week against Kansas City.
Derek wants to know Alex Collins or Buck Allen in PPR. I'm still holding on to Alex Collins. Buck Allen is not going to get the groundwork. Basically, what you are betting on when you put Buck Allen in your lineup is that he gets a touchdown, and the opportunities will be there, but it's not something that I'm willing to bet on week to week. The chances of Alex Collins putting together a solid game on the ground are higher than Buck Allen getting in the end zone. That's my opinion on those two players.
That's a correct opinion because I agree with it. So if I agree with it, it's got to be correct.
So we got you there, Derek. Grant, McCoy or James White? With that injury, I know McCoy's been practicing. I feel like I have to go James White, especially if it's PPR, Grant.
I don't know if the Bills last week were a fluke or not. And for that point alone, despite the injury that McCoy has, right now we've seen 2 bad games to 1 good game for Buffalo. I got to see it more before I start trusting anybody in that offense. So, no, I'm not taking McCoy there.
So, do we have a Thielen ejection here? Michael said, hey, was watching the show and missed what they said on TV. Did Thielen get ejected? Give us an update here, guys. If you're watching right now, toss an update out there. What's going on? I'm not sure.
We're with you guys.
Yeah, we're not watching the game right now. I don't know what's going on there.
We may be watching the game here in a few minutes, though, because people are asking us questions about it.
Okay, real quick. Nicholas writes, do I trade James Conner for Christian McCaffrey and Sammy Watkins?
Yes,
quickly. What is that, Nicholas? Yes, go hit accept as fast as you possibly can. Run. AJ says that Thielen has a concussion. Ooh, don't like that. Took the shot to the head. Okay, Thielen in concussion protocol. Never good to see that. Let's scroll down here real quick. Thanks, everyone, for the update. If you're watching the game and watching us, dedication. Appreciate it.
Yeah, keep us up to date because I'll show the people. I'm not afraid, Kyle. My phone has 3%. So, yeah, I can't watch the game anymore because my phone's going to die.
My phone's over there on the ground.
Okay.
Plugged in.
Okay.
Let's see. We got a question here. Matt Breida or Jarvis Landry for the Flex Standard League. What do you guys think? I think Jarvis. I think you have to go Jarvis even in Standard Leagues. He's been getting enough volume along with the yards this year that I think you need to put him in there. And Baker Mayfield targeted him quite a bit in the second half last week.
Yep, I like both of them. Win-win.
Going down here again. Pick 2 for Mo Production. Pick 2, PPR, Mike Williams, Callaway, or Stills. Out of those two, if Keenan Allen plays, Callaway and Stills. If Keenan Allen doesn't play, Mike Williams.
That makes sense. I'll go with that.
And then pick 1, Aaron Jones or James White. PPR, James White.
James White, 100%.
Hey, how do you guys feel about Goodwin without Jimmy G from Anthony Green? Anthony, I mentioned it actually a few minutes ago. It scares me, and I am a huge Marquise Goodwin fan. I was really high on him coming into this season. Was really excited for what they were going to do together. This injury scares me a lot. The offense didn't click the same last year. It was really tight end running back focused last year when before Jimmy G took over. So I can't rely on him too much. I'm keeping him. I'm not dropping him. I'm not getting rid of him. I'm going to wait and see what happens. Keep my fingers crossed.
If you saw my my wide receiver start sit show this week, I actually had a moment of silence in there for Marquise Goodwin.
I did see that. I didn't see that section, but I saw somebody comment about that.
Yes, it was necessary.
Eckler or Tyler Lockett in the flex. I'm going Tyler Lockett this week. PPR leagues if Baldwin is out.
Yes, I can see Tyler Lockett getting a big play this week against an Arizona defense that really only has one good defender, maybe two.
Let's see here real quick. Scroll back up a little bit. I just lost my spot. Dion Lewis or James White, PPR.
James White.
Ooh, see, I was going to say Dion Lewis. I was going to say
Don't
Dion Lewis there. Logan wants to know who you can trade Kareem Hunt for, Jake.
I mean, what do you want, Logan? I mean, right now, you could probably still get a pretty penny for Kareem Hunt. Somebody's out there going to pay for him. I'm guessing if you're offering him up, that you're pretty set at running back and that you're probably looking for a wide receiver. And with that being said, you could probably go out and get yourself a wide receiver ranked somewhere between 8 and 15.
Okay. Let's do 3 quick fire questions here real quick. Caden wants to know Carson or Breida, half-point PPR, Breida.
Yep, absolutely, Breida.
Another one from AC2DR. Devonta Freeman is available, PPR league. Should I drop Peyton Barber for him? Yes.
Quickly.
As fast as you can. And then Christian wants to know, start Marvin Jones, Kenny Stills, or Keelan Cole for the flex and standard. Really close Stills and Marvin Jones for me, but I am going to lean Stills this week.
Yes, out of those 3, it would be Stills for me also, but it's close.
I just saw a question about the Packers backfield. Scott Drummond, who is the running back to have in the Packers backfield? Aaron Jones.
Yeah, Aaron Jones is, it may not be so much this week, but Aaron Jones will be the guy going forward here in the coming weeks.
After tonight's performance, which running back should I trade Cup for in a PPR league? Best Sport 5 wants to know that. I don't know if you trade Cup after tonight, especially in a PPR league. I'm wanting at least surefire high-end running back 2, low-end running back 1 for him. That's probably a little bit more than what he's actually worth, but that's what I would be shooting for.
Yeah, I'm happy with hanging on to him though.
Let me see here real quick. Jake wants to know Marvin Jones, Stills, Boyd, or John Brown in PPR. In PPR, I'm still gonna go Stills this week.
Yeah, I'm leaning a little bit closer to John Brown myself.
Yeah, I think those two are really close. I had to think about that one for a minute. John Brown is right up there. Stills, at New England, pass defense is okay, not awesome. If New England puts up a lot of points on Miami, which I think they will, then Stills becomes even more involved. Kenyon Drake was awful last week, so I'm thinking Stills this week.
Stills for you, Brown for me.
Here from Yankees, John Brown, Carrion, Godwin, Aguilar, PPR, 2 flex. Carrion is a must start for me, so I would definitely go him and John Brown.
Yes, agreed.
What's our thoughts on David Johnson? Can he turn it around? I don't know, but I sure am holding up hope.
At this point, I'm trying to unload David Johnson if I can.
From Michael. Michael, I've answered so many of your questions tonight. We'll answer another one since I started already. Should I trade Ridley for Hyde? Yes, I would get Hyde, especially in redraft.
Yep, 100%. Hyde's about to have himself a huge last 8 games.
Robert Z wants to know Allen Robinson or Chris Hogan in standard. A-Rob for sure. I don't trust Hogan at all.
Yeah, especially with Edelman and Gordon coming in.
Marquise wants to know DJ a start or sit PPR against Seattle. He's a start unless you have 2 other running back 1s to put in his place.
Or just one other one.
Dadier Straw 080. I'm trading Enunwa and Jared Cook for Keenan Allen in standard. Is Mike Williams' recent uptick any threat? Not to Keenan Allen. The only thing I'm worried about right now is just the knee injury.
Yep, that knee injury is something we got to watch.
Trade John Brown for Jay Ajayi. Nope. No, I'm not going anywhere near Ajayi, especially with that fly. I'm going to have to get rid of that fly before Sunday. I'm not touching Ajayi right now, especially with the news today that he might have a small fracture in his back.
You kind of need that to play running back in the NFL. A back is a little important.
A little bit. Aaron Jones or Sonny Michel for rest of season. I think that one's a lot closer than what we actually think. Michelle for me right now, just because I need to see how Jones continues to get more workload. But he's going to be a guy that I mention. I did mention him yesterday and hashtag trending now, my Dynasty Risers and Fallers article. And then when I do either here tonight or tomorrow, my running back touch article, I'll be mentioning him as well. So I'm keeping an eye on him, and I really like him. But I think for now, I'm going to pick Michelle.
I love Michelle. I'm going to stay on that bandwagon as long as I possibly can. Going to toot the Michelle horn.
Doot, doot.
That's a weak horn.
I don't want to blow everyone's eardrums off like mine were
come on.
earlier.
Let's see who's paying attention.
Jake wants to know. Jake would like to know. Lewis or Powell for running back 2 until Fournette gets back?
This week alone, I would have to go Powell this week. I can see him being a little bit more successful against Jacksonville than Isaiah Crowell, and he could be, a solid PPR play this week.
We came up with a nickname that apparently we didn't come up with this past weekend.
So we're not even bringing that one back up.
We'll be done with that one for right now.
Yeah.
Let's see right here. Victor wants to know, I traded DJ for Hyde and John Brown. Did I do good? I don't think you did bad. But I'm not a huge fan of it.
Don't sugarcoat it, Kyle. Just tell him.
I'm not a big fan of that trade. I mean, I like Hyde and I like Brown, so I don't want to say I hate it, but I also would try to keep DJ for more than that.
I don't hate it. But if Carlos Hyde doesn't have a great last 12 games of the season, it may not be so good for you.
Peter says he's asked 5 times, so Peter, we're going to get you now. Mayfield or Rivers this week?
I mean, Rivers is the smarter play.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to be smart, you go Rivers. If you want to be a gambler and you want to go out there and have fun and just shoot for the home run, that's what Baker Mayfield is.
I mean, Rivers against San Francisco. San Francisco giving up 23.43 points to opposing quarterbacks right now. Rivers is going to be high up on my list. I have him as my QB4 right now, so Rivers for sure.
Yes.
Let's see here. Traded Connor for Howard and Woods. Standard league, I'm okay with that, but for PPR, I don't think I would be.
And who was it again?
Connor for Howard and Woods.
I mean, I like the Howard and Woods side better.
Michael, we've answered you several times already. Yes, trade Ridley for Hyde. We got you. Devin wants to know if he should start Kathy Stafford or Russell Wilson.
Kathy Stafford all the way.
Oh, man. Who should I start if Keenan Allen can't play? John Brown or Sterling Shepard? Steven, it depends. If it's PPR, Shepard. If it's standard, John Brown.
Either way, though, win-win.
Matt, trade Le'Veon for David Johnson? Yes. At least David Johnson is playing right now.
Yep.
Michael wants to know if Rashard Matthews is worth a stash. Nope.
Oh, even if he does go sign somewhere here pretty quick, he's not going to be a huge part of the game plan, and it's going to take a few weeks if he even gets involved at all.
Timmy Hay, do you see Juju outscoring AB and PPR this year? It's possible.
Timmy.
It's possible, but I'm probably going to say no right now because at some point in time I think AB gets hot, smoking hot, and puts a nice streak together.
I mean, I want to say no, but I also just want to say Timmy.
Callaway or Boyd and standard. If AJ Green doesn't play, Boyd. If he does play, I want to say Callaway here. I really do. Give me just a second. I want to see something here real fast. Jake, you can answer while I'm looking.
Yes. To me, like you just said, if AJ Green sits, which it doesn't sound like it is, I think he's going to play, which would make Tyler Boyd the number 2 in Cincinnati. Same thing for Callaway being the number 2 in Cleveland. I kind of like the upside a little bit more of Antonio Callaway, but either way, I think both are going to have solid weeks. Yeah,
both have really good matchups. One's at Oakland, Callaway's at Oakland, and then Tyler Boyd's at Atlanta. So definitely Boyd if AJ Green is out. If AJ Green is playing, then maybe I look at Antonio Callaway. So that's the way that I would go with that. Sam wants to know. Please answer. I keep asking. Then crying emoji. We'll get you right now, Sam. Pick 2 wide receivers to fill my wide receiver 2 in flex and PPR. We've got Enunwa. We've got Marvin Jones, Tyler Boyd, Mike Williams, and Keelan Cole. He needs to know because he's 2-1 and waiting on Baldwin and Ingram. You've got reinforcements coming, Sam. But for this week, Tyler Boyd again, 100% if A.J. Green is out. Marvin Jones is going to be a start for me as well in what could end up being a decently high-scoring game. So Boyd and Jones are going to be my picks. If A.J. Green plays and Keenan Allen is out, then go Mike Williams instead. So you got some options there.
You're going to have to watch the injury reports to see how things pan out for that one.
Yeah.
Personally, I would put Mike Williams slightly higher than Tyler Boyd if Allen sits.
West Drift wants to know. Got offered DJ for Juju and Coleman. Already got Hunt and McCaffrey, Cooks, Jeffrey Stills, Carson. Am I crazy to consider it? I think so, especially if it's PPR. If you're trading Juju right now, you're getting someone who is producing right now. Don't trade him for someone who could produce.
You said it so fast, I don't remember any of the names other than Juju.
Okay.
But I'll agree with you. What you said sounded good.
He got offered DJ for Juju and Coleman.
Yeah, I mean, to me...
He already has Hunt and McCaffrey.
Then I'm doing it.
Okay. Yeah.
Personally.
You're doing it?
I'm doing it.
But then that leaves him as with his wide receivers are Cooks, Jeffrey, Stills, and Carson. I think Juju on his team is better than DJ on his team.
Possibly.
Okay. So you're just not buying Juju himself, or just the trade you think is overall better?
I mean, I just think the overall trade. But you also said that he was getting David Johnson or losing David Johnson?
He's getting David Johnson.
Oh, yeah, then we're completely on the same page. No, I'd much rather have Juju. I was like, no, I'm taking that for David Johnson.
He was offered DJ for Juju and
Coleman.
Coleman.
No, sorry, I had it backwards. No.
Especially if that's Tevin Coleman. My mind just went Corey Coleman for a second, which is ridiculous. You can tell I'm only working on a couple of hours of sleep right now. Yeah, for sure. Juju and Tevin Coleman, 100%. You need to keep those two. Let's see here. Should I drop Corey Davis for Callaway? What do you think? What do you think about that one, Jake? Because we know my answer.
Absolutely, yes.
Yep.
I don't want a whole lot of that offense in Tennessee, especially if it's going to be Marcus Mariota or Blaine Gabbert or dude from Section 312 eating a foot-long hot dog. I really don't know who it's going to be.
Hot dog sounds really good right now. Sonny Gertag wants to know, Sonny Michel or Sterling Shepard in 0.5 PPR Sterling Shepard?
Yes, agreed. Love Shepard this week.
Wes, we appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Thielen apparently just scored.
I would say Thielen's back because he just had a 45-yard touchdown.
I wonder what Diggs is doing. So
you want me to tell you? You may not want to know. Right now, Diggs has 10 catches for 104 yards.
Okay, that was a bad call on my part.
Thielen has 6 catches for $107 and a touchdown.
Yep, they're gonna let me know that this week. So, yep, don't always get them right. But
you know what though?
I didn't.
You had them as a sit.
Yep.
I had them as a start.
So you were right.
So therefore, the show wins.
The show wins. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, we win.
Start 2 and standard. We're going Collins, Michelle, Breida, Lamar Miller, or Lindsey. Collins for sure. And then probably Michelle. Breida. See, it's standard. Standard is what gets me there. So, Steph.
What?
So Stephen said, Jake, you told us to sit Cup.
Cup? I told one person to sit Cup? He wasn't on my sit list, was he?
I don't know. Stephen Schumacher, Steven Stephen says, Jake, you told us to sit Cup.
I don't even remember talking about Cup, but okay. What happened was...
I just had to say it because I was wrong, so I had to let the world know that Jake can be wrong every once in a while.
Yeah, Jake is wrong a lot. Trust me, Jake is wrong a lot. Oh, yeah. But I don't remember talking about Cooper Kupp, but apparently I did, and apparently I told you not to play him. My apologies.
Andrew wants to know, Marvin Jones or Sterling Shepard in PPR? Sterling Shepard.
Yes.
Let's see. What else do we got here? Corey Davis or Chris Hogan, half PPR. Yeah, probably Corey Davis.
I mean, I would go Hogan just and hope and pray that Brady decides to throw him the ball.
Oh, man. Well, I think we definitely should take a few more here. Oh, we got 99 people watching, so it's actually gone up a little bit. So, if
but do we have over 100 likes yet?
We have 60.
What the people?
All right, if you're watching right now, we need a couple of favors for you. So we'll keep the content going for you and that fly as well while he's here. So we'll keep everything going for you. Gotta hit the like button for us real quick. If you're watching right now and you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe real quick. And then also make sure that you're tuning in on Sundays, 12 to 1 for RotoBaller Game Day. We broke 800 viewers last week in program. Overall, for the program itself, more than 3,000 viewers last week. So thank you, everyone who was tuning in. Let's see here. Sonny Michelle, Hogan, or Goodwin. Definitely going Sonny.
Yep. Sonny Michelle right there.
Let's see. Hello, guys. How do we know when your shows are on? Anton is asking the question. Anton, RotoBaller Game Day Live on Sundays, 12 to 1 right here on YouTube. Jake and I also host the Roto Revolution, which drops typically Tuesdays and Wednesdays, sometime in that time frame. We always do the waiver wire show. We always do the running back and the wide receiver start sit show as well.
And the easiest way, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell next to it. And then as soon as we put something up there, your phone's going to start buzzing, vibrating, beeping, whatever you have it do.
Bzz. Should I start LaShawn McCoy or Jake's son this week?
Oh, come on. I mean, it's definitely my boy.
Stills or Sanders in PP or in standard. Stills or Sanders in standard. Stills in standard.
Stills and Sanders in standard.
Yep.
I'm going Sanders this week against the Kansas City Chiefs defense that couldn't catch anything or do whatever. They can't do nothing in Kansas City other than score points.
Bob, you hit the notification bell. Appreciate it, Bob. Please help on a flex play in full PPR from Jake Awola, P14. I'm saying that incorrectly, but that's all I can come up with. Please help.
Jake Awola.
Yep, Sterling Shepard, Quincy Enunwa, Crowell, or Callaway 13 time asking, just saying, well, my boy, Sterling Shepard for sure.
Yes, this week definitely.
Suicide Yankees, appreciate it. Love that you love the show. Thank you very much. Lawson wants to know Fitzmagic or Russell. We talked about this a little bit earlier ago. I did take Russell then.
Yeah, and I took Fitzmagic. However, I have an asterisk next to mine because he's still not technically named the starter.
This is true. So Peter says, so Kyle and Jake, I started Aaron Jones over Morrison in both PPR and standard, and was that a good choice for this week, guys?
Morrison or Morris?
I'm going to assume Morris.
We're going to assume Morris.
And if that's the case, then yes.
Yes, exactly. Assuming that I don't think there's a Morrison out there.
Another update, Woods has scored.
Yep, he just had a 31-yard touchdown from Jared Goff.
So this is going to be a high-scoring game.
Anybody who is playing against Jared Goff, I apologize.
There's somebody in the chat right now that says, I love the show. I think you all both need to do rapid fire, let it flow with the helmets. I see Kyle has a helmet behind him. Jake, would you like to guess who commented and said that?
Do I know the person?
Yes, you do.
Then I don't care to answer.
Very well. In fact, this person may or may not have helped us get things set up prior to starting tonight.
Yes. I can't squeeze out too much knowledge this early in the week.
Jake and I discussed Let It Flow before the show tonight, and we said, do we do it or do we not? And that's a Sunday thing. I think we need to leave it there. That's what Jake wants to do, so I'm going to agree with Jake.
Hey, if we start doing it all the time, then it loses its awesomeness.
I don't think it could ever lose its awesomeness.
That's right. Okay. I mean, it's a child-sized helmet on an adult-sized male. Rapid-firing fantasy football questions, that's going to be cool forever.
Junior wants to know Baker Mayfield or Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson.
Sure.
Should I start Corey Davis, Antonio Callaway, or Fitzgerald in standard format from AJ, Antonio Callaway?
This is a win-win for the people right here, Kyle. You probably can't see me.
Hold on. Now I can.
This is as close as it gets. The helmet's not fully on, but it's partially on.
Mine is too. See, here's the problem. Mine's not a small helmet. Mine is way too big. So if I put my helmet on, then we have the issue. Oh, let's take the glasses off first. Then we have this issue.
Hey, you look like Wes Welker.
My face fully disappears. So it doesn't work as well as yours. I'll suffocate in there.
What we need to do is, it looks like I need to give you the child size helmet, and you need to give me the adult size helmet.
Dude, I promise you, my head would snap that thing in two. For as big as that thing looks on my head, that just shows you how big that actually is. All right, let's get back to the chat here. So much going on here. This is happening, Michael. Have an open spot on the bench for a wide receiver. I have Allen, Adams, Goodwin, and Woods. Who should I pick up off the waivers? Jason, waiver wire show dropped on Tuesday. When we get done with this live stream, go check it out. Okay, go check it out. Mike, go blue. Absolutely. Tenacious Rock, Big Ben, or Mahomes. I have AB. Opponent has Hill and Kelsey. Mahomes for sure for me.
Absolutely.
Who should I put on the trade block? Collins or Michelle? Currently have Melvin Gordon and DJ. None, to be honest with you. Having 4 running backs, even if you only start 2, I think is a good thing.
Yes, no, keep them. You never know how much longer you will have them. Keep them while you got them.
Who to start at QB? Eli or Dalton? Going Dalton.
Yes.
Another Jake wants to know Hill, Hilton, Stills, Boyd, Brown, Jones. Who do I start in PPR for a wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2? I don't know how you put Hill and Hilton on the bench.
I don't know how you do either, and you listed so many names. After I heard Hill and Hilton, that was pretty much my answer.
Hill and Hilton, and then it went Stills, Boyd, Brown, and Marvin Jones.
Yes, and I'm going to stick with Hill and Hilton.
Hills and Hilton. Peter would like us to call him stupid for benching Goff this week, and he's snapping. I don't know what he wrote after that, but Peter, you're not stupid, man. It's you can never make every you can make every you can't make every fantasy football call correct, man. Trust me, I get it. Mine are on blast every single week when I'm wrong, so you're not stupid. Might you lose this week? Yeah, but if that happens, hey, there's nothing you can do about it. Because if you would have started Goff, who knows? Maybe you would have gotten hurt or something like that. So, you never know what you can do. I say no regrets in fantasy football.
I mean, I think what a lot of people forget, they'll come on here and we love answering questions and we love helping people out. But, I mean, I have a notebook. I don't have the sports almanac from Back to the Future.
That'd be awesome.
What I mean? we try to help you guys make good decisions. We supply perspective, is what I like to say, and you guys make your decisions based on that.
Rick wants to know: is it good that I traded Diggs and Connor for Devontae Adams right now, based on what I just saw from the Diggs box score? No. Coach Hernandez, did I miss my question? He said better stack Mayfield and Landry or Manning and OBJ. That's actually a really good question, I think.
What was the first one? It was Manning and OBJ, and what was the other one?
Mayfield and Landry.
Both? Is both an option?
I think they're both good stacks. I mean, Odell Beckham Jr. in New Orleans, I just think him and Eli are the safer bet.
I would have to agree with the safer part of it, but the more exciting and fun side would be Baker and Landry.
Let's see here. Nara 18 has Jay Connor and Hyde as running back 1 and 2, and Devontae Adams and Golden Tate as wide receiver 1 and 2. Who should Nara use in the flex? Tyler Boyd or Lamar Miller in Standard League? Thanks. Nara says that they will be tuning in to watch the show on Sunday, so thank you for that. If AJ Green is out, Boyd. If he's not, then Lamar Miller in Standard.
Yes, agreed.
If you haven't watched it yet, the wide receiver start-sit show that we just did, Jake and I actually don't agree on almost everything in that. So go watch that when we're done with this.
We argued a lot this week.
Michael wants to know, are we selling high on Adrian Peterson because of his age? I'm not going to sell high on him. I own him in a couple of leagues. I've been asked about him, and I am not moving on from him unless I get his true current value.
I mean, it's not the age that worries me. I don't know if it's the ability to stay healthy for a full season that worries me. I don't know if he can keep it up for 16 games.
Psycho62 wants to know Carry-On or Royce this week. I'm going Carry-On. I listed him as a must start.
We're going to let you go with it because if it's wrong, I want somebody with the name of Psycho to come after you and not me.
This is true. Let's see here real quick. Chuck tags you at Fantasy Headliners. That's Jake. I have Rodgers, Brady, and Matt Ryan. 1 QB league. PPR. I have Galladay. Oh, this isn't even a question. I'm sorry, Chuck. I guess I don't get what it is. He just says I have Rodgers, Brady, and Matt Ryan. 1 QB league. PPR. Galladay, Connor, Boyd, and Shepard.
My one question back to Chuck. Why do you have 3 quarterbacks in a 1 quarterback league?
This is true.
That's my only question.
Colin wants to know Gio or Connor and 0.5 PPR. Connor.
Yes.
Christian wants to know Shepard or Deshaun Jackson. Shepard, no matter what. PPR makes it even better, though. Mr. Accountable. So Stills, Boyd, or Callaway? Stills. By a small margin.
Yes, by the smallest of margins.
Chandler wants to know if he should sell high on Michael Thomas.
Absolutely not.
No. Unless selling high on Michael Thomas is like 2 wide receiver 1s and a running back 1 in return. No, don't do it.
There's no way. I mean, I wouldn't trade him for anything fantasy football related.
Artful Dodger wants to know Dalton or Luck, leaning on the gingerbread man. Dalton for me.
That's right.
Dalton for me. Let's see here. Graham or Cook at tight end. I feel like you need to go Cook, man. I know Graham has that decent upside there, but Graham at Buffalo, Jared Cook versus Cleveland. Jared Cook continues to be used.
I go Cook by a hair.
Yeah, Cook by a hair for me.
By a trimmed hair. It's not one of those long, scraggly ones. It's just a small one.
Sonny or Mike Williams for flex standard. Sonny, unless Keenan Allen is out. Justin wants to know why so many people here are benching Rams players. You know, honestly, those Thursday night games, man, I mean, this isn't normal. This isn't what you normally see on Thursday night. I think you have to be really careful on Thursday nights. You know, that stuff just happens. You know, again, we were talking about it a few minutes ago. You can't make every call right. So you got to go with your gut. And if your gut tells you to put him on the bench, you put him on the bench.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of those things, too, where there's just so many weapons in L.A., they're all getting touchdowns tonight, but it's not like that every single week, and trying to find the one guy out of the whole offense that's not going to score that week is a little bit difficult.
So we are up to 80 likes. So one more time, run over, hit 100 likes. Let's get those up here real quick. Also, if you're watching now, make sure that you stay tuned after we get done. Watch all the videos from this past week. Half an hour or 20 minutes, half an hour of your time for most of them. Lots of good stuff in those, so make sure that you're watching all those as well. Christian wants to know Aaron Jones, Mike Williams, or Marvin Jones and flex PPR. Marvin Jones, unless I feel like I've been saying this all night. Marvin Jones, unless Keenan Allen is out, then it's Mike Williams.
Exactly.
Christopher, you've done both already. Appreciate it, my man. Wide receiver need 3. OBJ, yes. Hill, yes. Landry, yes. Galladay, yes. So start all 4.
You have a problem. A good problem.
Have a very good problem. But
Hashtag rich kid problems.
Coach Hernandez again with that question. I mean, I love Galladay. I like him a lot. But OBJ, Hill, Landry, the for sure locked in wide receiver 1s of their teams. Galladay isn't, even though he's acting like it. Playing like it, he isn't truly one of those. So Christopher wants to know Tate or Callaway. I messed up benching Cup out of the 3. Man, Tate or Callaway. Tate's going to be safer, but if you need more points, I think you have to go Callaway. So it depends on what you end up being down with and what your projections show as. If you're going to have some massive touchdowns, then I say risk it and put Callaway in.
Yep, he's got the home run ability.
What should I do with Larry Fitzgerald from Thanos, the Mad Titan? You know, with Larry Fitzgerald, Larry Fitzgerald, you're just gonna have to wait for right now. You're gonna have to hold on. I don't think you're dropping him. Just wait. Just wait it out.
Yep. Hang on. You're not gonna get anything for him.
Yeah. You said hang on. I literally started to hang on a second because I thought you were getting ready to say something.
I'll be right back.
What should I do with Dalvin Cook from Chandler? Hold tight and try and trade him. You're holding tight, especially for Dalvin Cook, because you probably spent a second-round pick on him.
Yes.
Matt wants to know if we're going Morris or Cohen this week. I don't like either of them this week.
If I had to pick one, it would be Cohen this week.
Yeah.
Because with Anthony Miller out for Chicago, they'll be down a weapon, and Cohen maybe used a little bit more in the passing game.
Sanders or Williams this week. Mike Williams. PPR is Sanders. Standard. PPR is Sanders. Standard is Williams. If Keenan Allen is out, and then probably if Keenan Allen's out, I'd go with him over Sanders too as well. Why
don't you like Sanders this week?
I don't know. I like the questions have been more along the lines of I would rather go with someone over Sanders. It's not that I don't like him. It's just what it's been so far.
I like him.
All right, Jake. Well, I think we should start closing in on the end of the show. I know we keep getting some questions, but
Hey, we were only supposed to be here for 15 minutes.
We were only going to do 50 minutes, and we've been here for much longer than that. Well, probably an hour or close to now. So, if you're out there, here's a couple of things real quick. If you're still asking questions, you can do one of two things. You can comment after the video is posted. You can comment, and we can try to get back to them as soon as possible. Jake and I try to answer as many questions as we possibly can. If you don't do that, you can also run over to rotoballer.com. We do have a free start sit tool over there. Just go to tools, start sit, and click on that and enter the players that you have questions about, and it will show you who to go with. I have to work on updated rankings tonight. I have an article that I have to do to write tonight. I have to finish pulling all of my running back touch information. So I got a lot that I have to do tonight. So I'm sorry that we can't stick around too much longer, but it's already 11 o'clock and I do have to work tomorrow. So unfortunately. But we appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. Thank you so much. A great crowd again, as always on YouTube. We love you guys on YouTube. So thank you so much for everything. Jake, you want to give them your information real quick, although they probably all know you already.
That's all right. Hey, even if you don't know me, you can find me on Twitter right there on the screen at Fantasy Headliners, FNTSY Headliners. And then also go out and check out my YouTube channel also, the Fantasy Headliners. Put content there all week, all year long.
Yeah, absolutely. Right here on the YouTube channel. Again, if you're watching right now and you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe, turn the notifications on, like the video. We appreciate everything. Again, the big one, though, RotoBaller Game Day, Sundays from 12 to 1. We'll be right here for you. Jake's not going to be around this week, unfortunately. Normally, it's him and I on that show. But one of the co-founders of RotoBaller, Real Talk Raph, who hosts our Sirius XM show Monday through Friday mornings from 6 to 7 a.m. and then Sunday mornings as well. That fly man, he won't go away. He's going to be joining me. So that's going to be a good show still. So please tune in, check that out. Lots of great information. That's the big one for the week. But we appreciate, again, everybody tuning in this week. Excellent episode. Lots of great questions. And then Let It Flow. We'll be back in a couple of weeks.
I'm going to bring it hard. I'm going 3 minutes plus next time.
3 minutes plus to make up for it. We're going to keep that in mind.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thanks so much again to everybody. Have a great rest of the night. Finish watching the game. Catch us on Twitter, whatever you need for your questions the rest of the week, and we will catch you later.
Yep. Have a good one.